Hey everybody, this is Ryan from Adventures Assemble. I recently went to Japan and I took a day trip to Kobe, Japan, and on that day I did everything wrong. Everything wrong. From the moment I got to Kobe, I made mistake after mistake. Did I still enjoy myself? Let's find out. My plan was to go up to the Kobe Nunobiki Herb Garden. There's gardens and there's greenhouses and there's like this European village up at the top, the very, very top. Unfortunately, when I first got to Japan, the first 3 or 4 days, I was sick. I woke up one day with 102 fever. I had to just stay in my hotel room until I felt better. And this was the first day that I was feeling pretty good. I'm walking up the trail to the Nunobiki Falls. I'm glad I'm feeling better. So a couple of days ago, I definitely would not have been able to do this. And I began to realize very quickly that this was a very steep hike. It didn't start out super steep, but as it went on, it got steeper and steeper. And it was gorgeous. I saw Nunobiki Falls. I eventually made it up to the herb garden. I did realize about halfway through that perhaps a better idea would have been to take the ropeway up. I can see the gondolas. You can see the gondolas. I think a lot of people take those up and then walk down. I guess you can take them down. I don't know. The signage, apart from being in Japanese, which I understand it's in Japanese because I'm in Japan, signage is a little unclear as to what's happening. I did not see any sign for a ropeway. There was no sign at the station for a ropeway to go up. So I just started walking. Up. And it was pretty steep. And there were stairs in some parts of it that were also pretty steep. It's a lot of stairs. There were a couple of things that made this challenging. One, I was just getting over being sick. I was basically fine, but maybe a little short of breath. It's a lot of stairs. And I have so many pairs of shorts. You would not believe it. My dresser at home, full. It's one drawer. It's just all shorts. I brought 2 pairs of shorts on the trip. But it was overcast in Osaka and it was cold yesterday, so I didn't wear shorts today. I'm wearing corduroy pants. It's not the right sartorial choice for today's activity. I don't know if you've ever worn corduroy pants on a hot day when you're doing a lot of exercise and moving your legs back and forth. It is uncomfortable after a little while, so that was uncomfortable. I've made it to the herb gardens. I'm sure there's herbs inside, but I also think there might be ice cream. Let's go. The herb garden was gorgeous. Flowers, and like I said, there was this European sort of village, like a French village up at the very top of it. And then I did take the ropeway down, and it was great. It was a fun ride. If you are at all prone to a fear of heights or being enclosed in a glass box suspended in the air, it might make you a little nervous. It's completely fine. It doesn't go fast. It's very slow. I'm okay with heights. And no, it's not scary at all. Now that we're moving, clearly these things are totally fine. No one has ever had something terrible happen. I have to say, this is terrifying. I wish it wasn't. But it is. I'm going to hold on to this railing just because. Oh boy. It was a little nervous making. I made it. I was still alive when I got back down, which was super cool. I took a nice walk through downtown Kobe, stopped at the New Beer Hall for a beer and some chicken karaage, which was okay. It was not my favorite meal I had when I went to Japan. And then I made my way down to the Kobe waterfront, also called the Kobe Harborland. It was beautiful. Everything was lit up nicely. I found Bellagio style dancing fountain thing. But what was interesting was I was there on a Thursday night and it was really empty. Up until this time in Japan, everything had been crowded. The trains were crowded. Tokyo was crowded. Osaka was crowded. Star Wars Celebration was crowded. Everything was crowded. There were crowds everywhere. But here at the waterfront, very few people. And I couldn't really figure out why. There was this kind of cool outdoor concert going on. All the shops were open. The restaurants were open. But it's like at the end of Blazing Saddles where he says, we forgot all the people. So I wasn't totally sure what was going on there. I ended up not eating in any of the restaurants there. I was hungry and ready for dinner, but they were just so empty that it wasn't super inviting. So I didn't eat at any of them. Then I got on the train and I went back to Osaka, which was only like 25, 30 minutes, and ate dinner there. But then realized that I did not sample any Kobe beef. That was mistake number 2. So to sum up, Kobe is great. I totally recommend going to Kobe. Just a couple of things to be aware of in Kobe. If you want to go to the herb garden and you are not up to a strenuous hike going all uphill, find the Ropeway station. The Ropeway could take you all the way to the top. You can get out at the middle, which is in the herb garden, or you can take it all the way to the top and then just make your way down. You can also take the Ropeway down. If you're not up to a hike, you can take the Ropeway down. If you want to do a hike, but you're not up for a strenuous hike, take the Ropeway up and walk down. Or you can do it like me and just walk up, even though you're not feeling 100% and you're wearing thick corduroy pants, walk on up and then take the Ropeway down. While super safe and super beautiful, if you are at all nervous or afraid of heights or being trapped in a box, suspended in the air, maybe don't take the Ropeway. But it is totally safe. I'm just saying that if you don't like heights, the Ropeway is pretty high. Definitely visit the waterfront. It's got the cool Be Kobe sign, which everybody takes a picture in front of. I don't know. Maybe I was there too late. Everything was still open, but maybe go on the weekend. I went on a Thursday night and it was pretty empty. It was still fun. The shops were still cool, but it didn't have the same sort of energy that I had experienced in Tokyo and Osaka. So maybe if you go on the weekend, it's got more of an energy to it. Also, check the weather. So you dress appropriately. This is a good learning experience. You can go to a new place, make all the mistakes in the world, but you can still have a very good time. That's part of why I love traveling. You visit places with an open mind, maybe don't know what you're doing, maybe make a bunch of mistakes, but you can still have a great time. So visit Kobe, and we'll talk to you in a minute.
Adventures assemble, let's make our stand.